The United States of America and India are pleased to announce that they have reached a framework for an interim agreement on reciprocal and mutually beneficial trade. Well, this framework reaffirms the strong commitment of both the nations to the broader US-India bilateral trade agreement negotiations, launched by President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Narendra Modi on February 13, 2025. Well, all these negotiations aim to deepen economic cooperation, expand market access, and strengthen resilient and secure supply chains. The interim agreement represents a historic milestone in the US-India partnership and reflects a shared commitment to balanced and reciprocal trade based on mutual interest and concrete outcomes. Well, under this framework, India will eliminate or reduce tariffs on all the US industrial goods and on a wide range of US food and agricultural products, including dry distillers, grains, red sorghum for animal feed, tree nuts, fresh and processed fruits, soybean oil, wine and spirits, and additional products. Well, in parallel, the United States will apply a reciprocal tariff rate of 18% on originating goods of India pursuant to Executive Order 14257 of April 2, 2025, as amended. All these tariffs will cover sectors such as textiles, apparel, leather and footwear, plastic and rubber products, organic chemicals, home decor, artisanal goods, and certain machinery. Subject to the successful conclusion of the interim agreement, the United States will remove reciprocal tariffs on a broad range of goods identified under Executive Order 14346 of September 5, 2025, including generic pharmaceuticals, gems, and diamonds and aircraft parts. The United States will also remove tariffs on certain aircraft and aircraft parts from India imposed under national security authorities related to aluminium, steel, and copper imports as amended. Well, consistent with the US national security requirements, India will receive a preferential tariff rate quota for automotive parts subject to tariffs imposed under Proclamation 9888 of May 17, 2019 as amended. And in addition, contingent on the findings of the US Section 232 investigation into pharmaceuticals and pharmaceutical ingredients, India will receive negotiated outcomes with respect to generic pharmaceuticals and their ingredients. Well, both the nations commit to providing preferential and sustained market access in sectors of mutual interest and to establishing clear rules of origin in order to ensure that the benefits of the agreement accrue predominantly to the United States and India. Well, the two sides further agreed to address non-tariff barriers affecting bilateral trade. And in this context, India commits to addressing long-standing barriers affecting US medical devices, eliminating restrictive import licensing procedures that delay market access or impose quantitative restrictions on US information and communication technology goods, and data mining within 6 months of the agreement's entry into force, whether US developed or international standards may be accepted for US exports in identified sectors. Well, India also agrees to address long-standing non-tariff barriers affecting US food and agricultural products. And the United States and India will cooperate to enhance regulatory transparency through discussions on standards and conformity assessment procedures in mutually agreed sectors. Both the nations further agree that in the event of changes to agreed tariff commitments, the other part may modify its commitments accordingly, and they will continue working towards expanded market access through the ongoing bilateral trade agreement negotiations, during which the United States will take into consideration India's request for further tariff reductions. Well, the two countries also commit to strengthening economic security alignment to enhance supply chain resilience and innovation, including cooperation on investment reviews, export controls, and addressing non-market policies of third parties. India extends to purchase approximately $500 billion in US energy products, aircraft and aircraft parts, precious metals, technology products, and cooking coal over the next 5 years. while both the sides will expand trade and cooperation in advanced technology products, including those used in data centers. Finally, the United States and India commit to addressing barriers to digital trade and to establishing a path towards robust, ambitious, and mutually beneficial digital trade rules as part of the bilateral trade agreement, and will promptly implement all this framework while working towards a comprehensive and mutually beneficial agreement consistent with the agreed roadmap. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.